You're ready.
Okay, well, let's say you guys got tickets to a concert of your favorite artist. I'm gonna use my bag Taylor Swift as an example. So you got front row tickets. She's up there, doing her thing, dancing all obnoxiously, and you're just enjoying the concert. And then after the show, some guy comes up to you, and says, "Hey, Taylor Swift would really like to meet you." And then after you wake up from fainting after 5 hours, you go backstage and you see a door, and on that door is Taylor Swift's name, and you can hear her voice on the other side of the door. And the guy says, "Okay, you can go in now." You turn the doorknob, and then you wake up, and you're just like, and so it really sucks. And so I'm gonna be talking about dreams, and everyone dreams. I dream, and so I'm gonna be covering 3 different types of dreaming. The first type, there's lucid dreaming, daydreaming, and then there's nightmares. The first one I'm going to cover with you guys is lucid dreaming. And lucid dreaming is most commonly associated with flying or walking through walls, or something that you usually can't do when you're awake. And lucid dreaming is just any dream in which you're aware that you're actually dreaming. And when you're lucid dreaming, you actually have complete control when you're in your deepest stage of sleep. Lucid dreaming is actually more common, when you're taking a nap, because you're actually lacking a lot of sleep. And a person, the cool thing about lucid dreaming is that a person can actually train themselves to lucid dream, which is actually really cool. And there's really 3 main steps you actually need to lucid dream. First and foremost, you need to recall your dreams. I would suggest maybe starting a dream journal. Just write down, as soon as you wake up, just write down everything you remember. The second part of that is just kind of review your dream when you wake up. Try to kind of replay in your head every detail that you remember. Second, throughout the day, might seem a little bit silly, but just ask yourself the question, am I dreaming? Just every now and then kind of pick out something while you're awake to kind of remind you and make sure that you're actually awake. An example of doing that is, when you're dreaming, check the time. If you're wearing a watch in your dream or something, check the time. Let kind of like a minute go by, and then if you check the time and it's something completely different, then that's a big sign that you're lucid dreaming. And third, just identify a reoccurring image in your dreams. This is kind of where the dream journal comes in handy. After a week, you'll kind of read through them, and you'll be able to see a pattern and kind of how each dream kind of ties in together. And then next time you dream, you can kind of pick out that pattern and be able to control your dream. It's really cool. The second type of dream that I'm going to discuss is daydreaming. And daydreaming is probably the most common. It's a series of pleasant thoughts that distracts one's attention from the present. And daydreaming occurs when you're half awake, really. It allows your imagination to run away with you. And what a lot of people don't know is that worrying is also considered daydreaming. Daydreaming, the cool thing about it is that it can also be used for a person's advantage, whether that be sports or academics. I know a lot of people who, if they're not really good at basketball and they want to make a free throw, what they usually do is they see themselves make it first, and then they kind of shoot it, and they tend to do better. Same thing with maybe taking a test or doing a speech. If you walk in there knowing that or thinking that you'll do better, you tend to have a higher grade. Daydreaming is also really good to get rid of frustration. Instead of making a scene and trying to confront something while you're in front of people, you can kind of make up your own scenario and kind of control every aspect and make it happen however you want it to. And the third type of dream is nightmares. Nightmares are easily distinguished because of frightening and emotional content that they have. You're most likely to remember them throughout the day more than any other type of dream because of its frightening nature. And nightmares are a good way for your unconscious to kind of grab your attention on something that you've been trying to avoid for a really long time. And so the best thing to do about that is just to straight up just confront the issue, because if you don't, it's going to continue bothering you. You might not have a nightmare every night about it, but it'll definitely reoccur if you don't confront it. And a nightmare can also warn you about your health or maybe a future accident, which is kind of neat. And so I've covered 3 types of dreaming: lucid dreaming, daydreaming, and nightmares. And I do strongly suggest kind of doing a dream journal just for an experiment, whether it's a week or 2 weeks. I thought it was kind of stupid at first when someone told me to do it, but after reading back, it's kind of funny and really interesting to see how each one ties in, even though they're like completely random. One could be, you're in Candyland, the other one you're like in jail, I don't know, but somehow they tie in together, and it's really cool. But yeah, that's all I have.